Welcome, Percy Jackson fans. It's me, Anna, and once again, my father is not here. This is my reaction. This is gonna be my reaction to Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the TV show, the show I've been waiting for years, basically. Disclaimer, I have read the books, the whole series, actually, and the sequel series. And the sequel series, and the offshoot books. So, spoilers ahead if you haven't read the books and you don't know what's going on in this TV show or in any of the, sequel books, because I'll probably be mentioning that in the whole series. It's not me reacting to I'll be kind of reacting to the plot. It's mostly me fangirling. This is less a reaction and me fangirling. Recording me fangirling, the whole thing. But, I have a hat. It's the Yankees cap. Yeah, spoilers ahead, Yankees cap. Totally a spoiler, but it's a thing. So I'm decked out, I'm set, I'm so excited. It's actually, 11 o'clock, and I did not realize that it'd be an early release. Everything on YouTube said it'd be releasing midnight Pacific Standard Time on with Google, but my dad's in the other room. My father is technically here. I lied earlier. But my dad logged on to Hulu and he saw it was on, and I checked Disney Plus and there it is. It's on. So, with that out of the way, spoilers. I will know what's going on, actually, the whole time, and we'll know exactly what's going on. But I'm super excited for this. And without further ado, I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. I'm so ready. I'm just so ready. I wonder what the theme song is gonna be. Ooh, I wonder what the theme... Is there going to be a theme song? I hope there's a theme song.
Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. If you think you might be one of us...
This is directly out of the books.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Look at the logo. Has the trident?
That's me, back in 2nd grade.
Ooh.
Why was I up there? I saw something.
Ooh, that's how they explain it.
Then,
that's so cool.
Something changed. I met Grover.
Grover Underwood!
A lot in common.
The best friend. The best friend.
You can almost believe they were imaginary. Weird, but harmless.
Is that mythomagic?
Okay, that changed too.
The Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Friends.
Mr. Brunner! Perseus? Looking at Perseus?
Perseus. Not everyone who looks like a hero is a hero. And not everyone who looks like a monster is a monster.
Hold fast, Perseus. Brave the storm that was made to break us, for we are unbreakable as long as we have each other.
Managed to find his way to a happy ending.
And I believe you'll be needing this.
It's a ballpoint! Thanks!
Hang on to that.
It's a ballpoint pen.
Yeah, I was thinking more like shoving Nancy in the nearest dumpster.
Oh. Oh, no.
Princess
No, no,
Sassy
no, no,
at
no.
work. Nancy's such a...
Percy?
The pen! The ballpoint pen.
Stop. You okay?
It was only a matter of time before we found you.
Oh! It was a little less dramatic in this, actually. Now, are they gonna gaslight him?
Where's Mrs. Dodds?
There's no one here by that name.
They are! Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Other than
Day went down the day I got expelled.
I didn't touch Nancy.
I didn't touch Nancy. Percy had told me earlier in the day that he wanted to get back at Nancy for all she'd done to us.
Grover!
He isn't being truthful about what happened at the fountain. Yes, I did.
Breaking the bro code.
I don't need any more stories about how special I don't realize I am. They aren't out there. This is my ride. I'm going home.
Look, you can be a new man.
Welcome home, genius.
Smelly Gabe.
Is my mom home from work?
But still, if you're gonna live under my roof, you gotta live by my rules.
Your roof? My mom is the only one employed here.
Excuse me, I have a job. Does it look like I'm doing it right now?
Losing at imaginary poker?
Sally.
I'm really sorry. I tried this time. You know how hard I've been trying, but this time it really wasn't my fault. It really wasn't my fault.
All that matters is that you're here, okay? And that I had enough time to pick up your welcome.
Blue food!
I'm scared.
Gabe!
Done.
Percy and I are leaving for Montauk.
Why exactly am I okay with this?
Because on my way home on Sunday, I'm going to stop at D'Angelo's and pick up sandwiches in time for tip-off.
Then take your shoes off before you get in my car.
Gets out of school, goes on a camping trip. As you do. At least they have it. Like some adaptations, I know. What's he looking at?
Who are you? Run away, little hero, before you get hurt.
Was that Kronos? I wonder if he's gonna have the eagle horse battle dreams. At least they have dreams. Like certain adaptations, I know. Sally Jackson can see through a mist. Yeah, it's not discussed a lot, but I'm pretty sure she can see through the mist.
What did she say?
She? How did you know it was a she? How did you know about that thing I
I
saw?
come to this place every year because this is the place I met your father.
My dad. What does my dad have to do with this?
Met a man here on the beach. He was wise and
Man.
brave and kind and noble.
No offense to Poseidon, but those aren't words I'd use to describe him.
He was a god.
Rip the band-aid off.
You fell in love with God? like Jesus?
Not God, a god. Percy.
Jesus is canon in the
I
universe.
have told you about Greek
Hercules was
gods
supposed to find
and
out.
gods, and sometimes they are known as half-bloods.
That's what the master called me.
You have to believe me that this is real.
This is crazy. I'm afraid something may be really broken. And that there is no such thing as demigods.
Who's there?
Whatever it is you're going to say, I don't want to hear it. Grover?
I feel very good about how we're doing so far.
Grover! What? Grover, why is there half a goat in your pants?
You didn't tell him about me?
I was scared.
You're early.
So the important thing is not to panic.
Continue this in the car. Let's go.
The important thing is not to panic.
You're saying
His horns!
And I'm your protector.
you're my protector?
None of us saw John swimming.
So you knew that thing that Dodge turned into, you saw it happen?
The kindly
I
ones.
saw some of it. Something powerful is at work here. The sooner we get you to camp, the better off you're. You told him about camp, right?
Not yet. No.
Is it the Minotaur? He's having a prehistoric underpants.
The mythologic cards were training. Everything has been training for what's still ahead of
He
you.
does mention the Mythomagic cards.
Yeah,
I'm actually 24.
For sure.
Your monsters can cross it. Percy will be safe on the other side.
Percy will be. But will all of us be safe?
Remember what I taught you. Remember the stories I told you, especially the stories they will tell you.
No way.
Mom, I'm not leaving you.
Perseus are not broken.
And you are my son.
Hold fast. Brave the storm. I love you.
I actually kind of like that addition. It's a red jacket. She knows exactly what she has to do. Uh-oh. Riptide.
Percy, no!
Oh! He's going to use the horn! I was worried about that! He did use the horn to kill the Minotaur! Because he didn't have the pen in the book at this point. He just didn't. So he didn't have Riptide, and he just originally used the horn. But they still managed a way to use the... Oh!
You must be the one.
Welcome to camp, Percy Jackson. We've been expecting you.
Okay. I guess that was the first episode. It felt so short. I suppose it was only 30 minutes. 33 minutes? Wonder what the fair use for that is then. I'm gonna have to YouTube that. Or YouTube. Google it. Holy crap. I didn't take notes. But I guess this is discussion. I haven't done discussion. What are you doing, Salem? Your tail's over my book. I guess I'll just talk about the differences between the books and the movie. Well, the books, movies, the musical, which I quoted a few times in this show. Books, movies, musical versus the show, I guess. The examples they showed at the very, very beginning about how the mist worked they used different examples because I don't think there was a Pegasus in the book. Percy did Heracles and killed a snake in preschool and slept with that in his little nap time thing. I think there was also, I actually haven't read the book in a second. I say a second like it's been less than a year. It's been less than a year since I read the book, but it's been a second. But there was a Cyclops, I think, was also one of the examples of him seeing through the mist. The Pegasus was a fun detail, though. Because later spoiler warning for, book 3/season 3 of a show that doesn't have a season 3 yet, Blackjack is Percy's horse, who is originally introduced... No, Blackjack is introduced in book 2. He's just not named. And also a mare. Then he's a little retconned in book 3 as a steed named Blackjack. He isn't named until book 3, is the lowdown. But also him getting expelled immediately was a change. That's kind of how it worked in the musical too, is he just got expelled and sent back home. But in both, I think, the musical, I haven't technically watched the musical outside of bootlegged clips. And I've listened to the whole audio, but it's a different story. I've only seen clips of the musical, but from what I understand, he also, in the books, it's just the end of the school year and he gets it at home. He's just not coming back to Yancey in the next year. But this time he's just straight out expelled, you have to leave. In the books, Grover and him go to New York together at the end of the school year. and Percy ditches him to go back home, and he wasn't supposed to, but he did. Another thing is, I don't think they ever mentioned Smelly Gabe's name. Smelly Gabe is Percy's stepfather. He's I don't know if he's ever going to get mentioned as Smelly Gabe. In the books, he does have a job. He sells, like, tools and stuff at an auto parts shop. It's a little funny later. But I don't think it's mentioned in the books. Or, not in the books. I don't think his name is mentioned in the show. May have to rewatch. But his name is Smelly Gabe, for everyone who didn't know and continued watching after I said there'd be spoilers ahead. His name's Smelly Gabe. He's smelly and gross. Oh yeah, speaking of Smelly Gabe, in the books, he got, like, 7-layer dip instead of a sandwich, which is honestly kind of a downgrade. His characterization seemed a little weird, although he wasn't in a lot of the book, so, not a ton of it. I did like the fact that they had blue food. I'm so glad that they had the blue food. In the kind of subtle mentioning that Sally worked at a candy store. Welcome to my candy store. Arr. What else was different? Percy didn't have a "You're a donkey" line. I think I can find it. This might take a second. Yeah, from the waist down, my best friend is a donkey. And then Grover's like, "Bah, goat," he cried. Yeah, I kind of wish they had that. No! Oh, it got way back. Okay, found it. Yeah, no, I wish they kept in the donkey line, because it was really funny in the books. I suppose they really didn't. They could have. I feel like they could have fitted it in. It's not a huge bit, but it'd have been funny. Yeah, I think the biggest difference is how, like, he fought Mrs. Dodds. 'Cause in the books, it's a bit... Actually, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. That scene was more like in the movies than in the show. 'Cause Mrs. Dodge takes him off to the side and is like, "You have the bolt, you're demigod, yada yada yada," off to the side, and that's where Mr. Brunner's like, "What ho, Percy," and throws the pen, which he did already subtly give to Percy in the show. But, like, he throws the pen over, Percy kills him. Then Mr. Brunner, Chiron, gets the pen back in the books. So I guess that's the biggest, is it's more out in the open. They kind of fused the two scenes. I'm so glad, however. I was kind of worried, along with the pen, riptide, if you will. I'm super glad that they still kept in Percy using the Minotaur's horn to kill the Minotaur, because I remember in, like, the trailer how it was Percy had the sword as he was facing off the Minotaur, and I was like, wow, that's not how it happened. They're just like, I'm glad they still kept that in. I'm actually kind of glad they used the detail of Riptide, like, kind of cracking the Minotaur's horn, so it's, like, more realistic. He pulled it off, and you noticed. So, I'm kind of glad about that. That was, yeah. It felt so fast. I'm not gonna lie, when the end credits scene started rolling, I was like, ooh, is it time for the theme song? I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, that's a great spot to put him in. It's the little theme song. So, it doesn't have a theme song. I'm kind of disappointed by that. It doesn't have a little theme. Maybe the second episode will. I'm holding out. I'm holding out. I become Supreme Lord of the Bathroom. I'm holding out. But I'm probably not going to get it. There's only 8 episodes. But, I guess I'll cut it off here. And I will start recording the second episode. And then I can edit them. Alright, bye.